I was walking down the street, feeling kind of when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt, blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tell like a bitch. No, I ain't playing. I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a box like I'm cutting down hair. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive pimp in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if a bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Beat a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, the pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was Superman. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap, slap. Come get your
skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God made you?
Welcome back. One more evening here at School for Justice, where we live, love, laugh, and conquer police brutality. I got a pretty good one for you tonight. We're in Texas, you all. We're in Texas. Qualified immunity. Should it stand or should it fall? So sit back, relax, come on in, smash that like button, get your popcorn, get your wine, stretch out your legs, let your hair down, and let's jump on the topic. All right, we're going to go ahead, start the show, and add the content to your screen.
In June of 2021, Coco rolled his van into a field while driving home. After the crash, he left the scene and walked back to his house.
I heard a bang and I heard a horn. I thought it was your car alarm, right? Yeah, he went up that way like he was headed toward 36.
After examining the crash site, officers proceeded to Coco's residence. They were informed that he would address the matter with them in the morning.
Do you honestly expect us to believe that Mr. Colton does not know who drove his...
Very possibly. I'm not saying that he does or he doesn't, but very possibly.
Have us go to bed.
No, sir, I'd like for you to come out and talk to
Your
us for a
truck
minute.
is flipped and something.
Coco exits his residence with a rifle aimed at his chin, but just as quickly as he came outside, he turned and was walking back into his house. Despite the signs of an obvious mental crisis and the fact that Coco was facing away from the authorities, Officer Derek Bristow shoots Coco in the back.
Save all units, clear the radio for emergency traffic only. Subject was down. Are we needing EMS?
All right, so we got a gentleman that was powed in the back for opening up his door. We literally just covered the content when he comes outside. And when he comes out there, he does have a rifle in his hand. Hey, Aaron, glad to have you here tonight. Thanks for coming on in and joining me. And when he walks outside of his door, he decides to step back inside of his door and is powed in the back. Wow, this is insane. So he was really asking the officers to leave his property. They didn't have a warrant or any probable cause to be out there at his, on his premises or in his yard in the first place. So let's continue to see what goes down next.
Making noises at this moment. Is cutting out. Confirming you need EMS. What's the injury? Yes, roll EMS. Is he conscious? Is he breathing? 10-4, he's yelling out of it.
Wait, do you know how to do any EMS thing?
We have EMS.
I would say, can I help you? Can I help you apply pressure or anything?
Yes,
oh my God, I don't even know what's happening.
Walk to my truck. Walk to my car.
Listen,
Okay?
I can calm. It's fine. I don't blame you for what you did, but oh my God, I don't want to get in your car. I didn't do anything. I don't want to get in your car. I would rather go in and help treat him
I have
the best I can.
I have everything in my bag, okay?
Honey, no, I know you're doing your job. I am
Stand
not
right here by the
against
front
you.
of my car, okay?
Fair. I am not
Thank you,
against you.
Paris, he was shot in his back. Can't tell if there's an exit wound right now.
Moments later, Coco's father arrives on scene. As he approaches the front door, the same officer that just shot Coco now tases his father to prevent him.
So y'all, let's check out what happens with the father. His father pulls up to see what's going on with his son. He's trying to get in the house and see about his son. And let's see how the police behavior is with his own father, how they react and handle him, going to check on his son who's fighting for his life because you pow-powed him in the back for absolutely no reason.
From entering the residence.
Better not shot him. Better not. You shot my kid.
Sir, you need to back up. Sir, you need to
better
back
get your
up.
hands off me.
Joe,
You
you need
better
to back up.
He came out with a gun.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Stop! Joe, stop!
Okay, what's
Stop!
up?
No!
Roll over on your stomach. Back up.
Stop! Joel, stop! It doesn't even take this much escalation, okay?
I'm not trying to fight y'all. That's my
And so now they abruptly tases the father who's trying to see his son. It could be the last few seconds of his life. He don't know what happened. He don't care about what's going on. All he's concerned about is seeing his son and is he okay? And the police, we just see they brutally attack him by tasing him down to the ground. This is insane. Corruption to the fullest.
kid. Yeah, come to see my kid.
A supervisor arrives on scene and removes the officer that fired the shot.
Without going into all gory details. Just
I knew better than to let him go inside that house, Birch. I knew better than to let him shut that.
Hey.
Now we got the officer crying in the back, and his conscience is bothering him because he don't know if the man is gonna make it or not, or if he's dead or alive. So that's the officer crying in the back talking to his sergeant. Sergeant's just trying to tell him, hey, no worries, and calm him down. But no, it's a serious worry. It's a serious problem. Why would you tell him that lie? And you're his superior. So what he decides to do is remove him off the scene.
Hey. You're fine. You're fine. You're right. You're right. No. The one you shot's the one in the house. Is that a house? Whatever that is.
So now he comes out with a deer rifle. I got the ammo in the magazine in the pocket.
It's fine.
He came out with it to his head. She stepped inside she stepped in front of him. And and he walked inside back, and he started to walk back inside the house, and that's when she moved out the way and I took the shit out of her.
Okay. Relax. Okay. You rolling?
Coco was rendered aid and taken to a hospital, but the result of the gunshot wound to his back paralyzed him from the waist down.
My brother is my best friend.
So the man survives the injury, but he's paralyzed for the rest of his life from the waist down. Now, I know a lot of people would say, folks, he shouldn't have came out with a rifle. The police is out there in front of his yard. Why is he coming outside with a big ass armed rifle? Okay, we can fact check that. By law, you got different state laws. And according to Texas law, we're going to see it further along here in just a minute in writing. But he's on private property, and the police didn't have any warrant or any reason to be out there. So he had a right. Also, he did not point his firearm at the officers or anybody standing out there. And then he went immediately back in his door. And not only that, he was pow-powed in the back in a defenseless position, not to hurt, harm, or aim at anybody. So let's look at the full context of the nature of the storyline and how it happened step by step. This is the brother in court. They filed a lawsuit up to the Supreme Court fighting for justice.
Before this event, he lived every day as an adventure. He existed to live, and now he lives to exist.
After the shooting, the officer was placed on leave, but the Texas Rangers investigated and found that Officer Derek Bristow's actions were justified, despite the fact that Coco never aimed a weapon at anybody and had his back turned to the officers at the time of the shooting.
You need some help with something?
They found that the officer was justified, despite the fact that Coco never aimed his weapon towards anybody, nor went to fire at anybody. And this man is paralyzed for the rest of his life. He almost lost his life. Now, on to the next scene. This is the father. After they had brutally attacked him and tased him for going to see about his son, after he was seriously injured fighting for his life. Now, this is time went by and he's driving down the road. And that same officer that powed his son, well, let's see how this is going to go down. He's going to have an interaction or encounter with him. So let's check it out here in just a minute. Give me 1 second. Computer does a little skip back. All right, here we go.
Well, it seemed like we helped you out pretty good before. You got a problem with it, do something about it. Quit running around, running your mouth, flipping us off, everything else.
After the shooting incident, the father had public conflicts with the local police, one of which caused an officer to be permanently suspended.
Do what?
I said, you ain't got nothing over me.
I ain't saying I got nothing over you. You're the one that act like you need help with something. You need help with something? You're the one driving by us, flipping us off, honking your horn, sitting outside the PD. Do you need help with something? Call your attorney. This is a voluntary contact.
Voluntary?
I ain't got you held here for nothing.
Still do your job.
I am doing my job.
What is that doing? Involving fucking me?
Hello? This is on too.
So, as we're encountering, the father rolled up on him. And when he says one word and steps outside his vehicle, he pulls out his phone and starts recording. And that's where we're eyewitnessing right now, in the moment.
You're the one. You're the one acting like you need help with something.
I don't need no damn help.
Right, then you're free to go. I haven't stopped you.
Well, you don't tell your damn deal with your damn hand on your side, mother.
Okay, hey, you want to use profanity, you can go to jail for disorderly conduct. There's people out and about.
You don't make up your damn laws. Go ahead, make them up.
I'll do it.
Because that's exactly what he's doing. He's making up laws. It's not a crime to cuss. It's called freedom of speech. That's not a crime. Do you know what disorderly conduct is? If he has not threatened you to do bodily harm towards you and harassment towards you, he can say what he wants to say out of his mouth. He's wrong. That's not a crime. That's not disorderly conduct. People learn the laws, learn your rights according by your state to your state law. So he knew it was bullshit, and he told him, go ahead and make up your own laws. I'm already out to get you through the Supreme Court for powing my son.
Belcher. I was there that night too.
Yeah, you a dickhead.
Yeah.
You are. Well, yeah.
See what I got y'all before, didn't you?
You see what it's going to get you 7 months?
Well, do it. Do
7
something.
months. 7 months.
Do something right now.
Why am I going to do something right now?
I don't know. You're the one that act like you need help, like you got a problem.
You know? Your day's coming.
It is.
In court. In court.
Okay.
Bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. In court, bitch.
So's yours. You've already been there, right?
I got to go back, buddy.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Because y'all's feelings are hurt.
My feelings ain't hurt. I'm not.
Yeah, your feelings are hurt.
Who's the one riding around flipping people off, acting like a little?
Like a little bitch. That's what you'll say,
I didn't
bitch.
say it though, did I?
Yeah. You wanted to.
Your son made his decision that night, okay?
My son was shot a bitch.
Well,
And your officer shot him in the fucking back.
He's alive, then, ain't he?
You mother.
Okay. You got a problem with it? Step out.
I got a damn problem with it, but I ain't gonna step out because I go to fucking jail.
You have a nice day.
But then go. Get the fuck out of here, then.
I'm standing
Go
right
do
here.
your goddamn job.
I ain't going anywhere. Make me go somewhere.
Make me go somewhere.
I ain't. I'm just telling you, you're free to go.
You're free to go.
Ain't nobody.
You're
stopping you.
dismissed. Go.
Okay. I'm standing here though.
Dismissed.
No.
As this officer literally has no sympathy, no empathy, or compassion towards this father. I mean, he's just being a straight disrespectful to the fullest, that you know you injured his son. There's no, I'm sorry, I apologize, the way it happened. Now you're threatening to put this man in jail because he wants to address you and confront you about your behavior in the law of duty. What a joke.
Get this going.
This is recorded.
That's good. I'm glad you got yours recorded. I'm on board with you. You okay? Yeah. Now you gonna say something else?
Yeah, I'm talking. Everything I've said has been recorded.
Yeah. Everything I say has been recorded.
I know.
And you're f***ing with me.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, you do know you're f***ing with me. Yeah, you're harassing me.
How's that? Getting out with somebody driving by flipping us off?
You're gonna get the finger. You're gonna get the finger. Right there, bitch.
Then you're gonna get talked to.
You know what? My dad worked for y'all 30 years and you showed him some disrespect when you didn't put that motherfucker in jail, didn't you?
Who? Who do you want in jail?
Bristow, bitch.
He goes to jail all the time.
Yeah, he needs to be thrown in prison.
Putting people like you there.
Ha ha, like me? Yeah. I'm not a...
He told him you're gonna get the finger every time. Every time I'm at that ass. That's what's going on. I filed civil claims, I filed civil suits, and we're taking this to the Supreme Court at this point. Qualified immunity, this is the problem. They take life and get away with it. No accountability. When you set the example as law enforcement, this is where we're at today, y'all. This is where we're at in the state of Texas. What's your viewpoints? Talk to me. I can see your comments. Talk to me and tell me what you think.
Criminal.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
That's why you got court.
Because I told him that night I was going.
Yeah, that's why you got court coming up, because you got criminal charges. That makes you a criminal.
I'm not a criminal, bitch. I don't break the law intentionally.
Neither do we.
Apparently, you're fucking harassing me right now.
How am I harassing you? I'm in a public parking lot.
You followed me. I flipped you off and you followed me because you didn't like it. Because you didn't like it.
I'm making sure you don't need anything. You're free to
I
go.
don't need nothing. You're free to go. Dismiss. Go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, damn. You ain't very big, are you?
No, I'm not.
No, you ain't. And you acting like a big one.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to use your language and everything like that, you're going to go to jail for disorderly conduct, okay?
Okay, I'm going to say another cuss word then. Okay.
22 video.
Hey, Thunder, shout out to you. Glad to have you in the building. Again, folks, disorderly conduct is not a crime. Excuse me, cursing is not a crime. Cursing is not disorderly conduct. You can say what you want to say out your mouth. If he's not threatening the officer, that's not disorderly conduct. So at this point, he's making up his own laws.
You got your hand on the side by your gun.
Is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal.
Do you have a problem with it?
Yeah.
Then do something about it.
You don't want me to.
Do it.
You don't want
You'll
me to.
get away with it. It's just me and you right now.
Yeah, it is just me and you. Yeah. I go to jail, mother. You got your little backup gang.
Where is anybody else here?
Ain't nobody here right now.
It's me and you.
Just me and you. Take your gun off. Take your badge off. Take your taser off. Take your shit off. Take your clothes off.
Why would I take it off?
Because then it's be just me and you, wouldn't it?
Go ahead.
It'd just be me and you then,
It's just
bitch.
me and you.
No.
It's
You got
just
your
me.
shit on.
It's just me and you.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I bet I was Mr. Coco behind right here. I think he's thinking.
What I thought.
You're the one driving away? We're just here to settle a problem if you got it.
I got a problem. You're going to find out in 7 months. You're going to find out in 7 months.
So as we know, folks, his problem is this is the exact same officer that powed his son in the back. In the back. That is a defenseless position to be in. There's no way you can attack an officer or anybody or aim fire with your back turned in his own home. And the officers had no warrant to be out there. And the officer was justified. So now the family and the father has to take it to the next step, which is the Supreme Court. And that's what he's doing. And he confronted that officer and let him know, yeah, I got a problem with you. And you know what that problem is. I'll see you in court in 7 months. So that's where we're at, folks.
Bye-bye. You have a nice day.
Hey, you still have a f***ed up day.
Hey, tell your son we said hi.
Shortly after that video,
How disrespectful. After you packed out the son, he's paralyzed for life. Now it's tell your son we said hi. Tell your son we said hello. Incompassionate, inconsiderate. That you could take life and do deletion, heartless and careless about it. You're supposed to protect and serve. Protect and serve. No, you're out to delete and destroy life. Take life. This is where we're at, folks. What do you see according to the law? What are your views and your opinions about the situation at hand?
a viewer named Ivan from Germany decided to write an email to the chief of police, Richard Salter. English is Ivan's second language, so the spelling and grammar isn't textbook, but the messages are clear. His first email to Salter reads, "Your employees, especially Belcher, are the best of the worst. Check this video out. Really nice policing. Greetings from Germany, Ivan." Generally, I would imagine a response to an email like this would be deleting it, responding with something copy and paste, or a response indicating the department's stance on the incident. Instead, Chief Salter demonstrated that he lacks the temperament to hold his rank in the department, and responds with this. "You mean the same Germany that murdered millions of Jewish families? I suppose if all cops are to be judged by the actions of one, then all Germans should be as well." The chief then ends the email in a different font and color, which roughly translates to "enjoy your day."
Chief Richard Salter is spearheading the police department with his lousy leadership and obvious incompetence.
After the parking lot incident, Officer Belcher was placed on paid administrative leave. 6 months after the investigation into Officer Belcher, the department announced that he would be suspended indefinitely and would not be returning to his position with the agency.
So, he was suspended indefinitely after a paid vacation for almost deleting a man's life, an innocent man's life, who committed no crime, who was not out to hurt himself, nor the officers, nor others. But paid vacation, qualified immunity. Where we're at, folks? Something has to change. What can be done about this? We have to learn our rights. We have to learn the laws, and we have to put them to use.
That wouldn't be the end to this story. During the shooting, Coco's father was arrested for the words he uttered after arriving at the scene.
You shot my kid?
Sir,
No,
you need to back up. Sir, you need to back
your
up.
hands off me.
You need to back up.
He came out with a gun. And
You need to
You better not shot my kid.
get off my seat.
I'll feel y'all killed your fucking ass myself, motherfucker.
He wore an ankle monitor for a year and completed probation, receiving a deferred sentence in the end. However, 2 years
So you all, they punished the father for going out there seeing about his son. Put him on an ankle bracelet for a whole year. This is nuts. And charged him, plus fined him after they tased him and attacked him. This is what's going down in the police official force, who's supposed to protect and serve.
after the shooting, and just a couple months after Officer Belcher was terminated, the officer that shot Coco arrested his father after an interaction at a gas station. Officer Bristow originally claimed that Coco's father was stalking him, but the charge was amended to obstruction or retaliation, as it was the first time the two had any contact with one another since the shooting. He was arrested in April of 2025 and held in jail for trial, but the trial dates were pushed back several times, resulting in his prolonged incarceration.
So I'm here today to address the blatant violations of my brother Colton Carrico's rights and the continued infringement on my father Joey.
Thunder said he has that entitled badge look. Entitled badge look, and that's exactly what they think. The badge is an entitlement. They think they're above the law. To set the example or to enforce the law is to be the leader, set the example, and the crowd follows, the people follow, the citizens abide. If you yourself don't abide by the law, you can't teach it or lead and guide others. It's hypocrisy. So that's what's going on. You think the badge, and when you sworn that oath, you see it as you're above the law. And this is the problem that we have to attack. So right now, the brother is in court and pleading for justice, not just for the brother that they pow, but for the father that they locked up.
Carrico's constitutional rights.
Coco's father spent approximately 120 days in jail after his bond was set at $150,000.
My father has been forced to pay over $300 monthly and has had his liberty burdened by the intrusive, inhumane ankle monitor that he's been wearing for 18 plus months.
120 days in jail for going to see about his son. No crime, no warrant, no nothing, no anything. And they put this man in jail. So why? It's a cover-up. They want to lock the father up and get him out the way for pleading and protesting and filing a civil suit to sue the shit out their ass to get him fired for qualified immunity. It's a cover-up. That's what we're looking at right now. They want to get rid of the father and get him out the picture so they can get away with it.
With no justification, no verdict or explanation on what laws he has broke, no trial date, nothing.
Charges against Joey stem from an incident back in 2023, August of 2023, related to this officer, same officer that shot my brother, Derek Bristow. He basically claimed a bogus claim against my father, which later had to be modified and reworded because the original language of that indictment was considered overly vague. So it's March 2026, nearly 3 years later, and that case is still not gone to trial yet.
Following his release, prosecutors offered a plea deal that would have reduced the charges to a misdemeanor and credited him with time already served. Accepting the agreement would have effectively ended the case without additional jail time. However, he declined the offer, stating he could not, in good conscience, admit guilt to something he maintains.
The father ain't backing down. He going full blast on that ass, exercising his rights, learning the law, knowing your constitutional amendments. It's been 3 years, you all, 3 years, and they still have not solved the case or the problem. So he's taking it to the max, to the Supreme Court, to fight for justice, for accountability and responsibility. The police cannot get out here and tell us to abide by the law and be accountable and responsible for our actions when they're not accountable for their own. That's called hypocrisy. Divide and conquer, you all. We got to divide and conquer.
He did not do. He continues to assert his innocence as the case remains unresolved.
Every single public information request has been refused, and it is extremely difficult, if not impossible, for me to get any information about any of police officer involved shootings here in this city.
My dad's legal team requested that Officer Derek Bristow's G-files exactly 1 year ago today be released. Yet there has still been no ruling on whether those records will ever be released to my dad's defense.
We have been silent, but that will soon change if justice is not served and this police department is not held accountable for their lawless actions.
Coco filed a lawsuit in a federal district court, but the judge ruled in favor of the officer using qualified immunity to shield him from liability.
After the district court in East Texas granted the cop qualified immunity to Bristow, that law firm, Lee Merritt, just ultimately withdrew from my brother's case. So
the family rallied together and secured a new legal team to pursue an appeal through the Fifth Circuit. The court affirmed the district court's finding that Officer Derek Bristow was entitled qualified immunity, that it was not clearly excessive or unreasonable for Officer Bristow.
Not clearly excessive or unreasonable to pow somebody in the back. So as a citizen, if you was to pow somebody in the back, you can be charged with capital murder with the M word. Be charged as considered execution style of deleting someone or attempted deletion. So the law applies to all. No one is above the rules. No one is above the law. The rules apply to all. Qualified immunity, is it a problem? What do we see? Because this is the result of qualified immunity. Talk to me, folks. Why do we need qualified immunity? Not to just mention ICE and how it's deleting innocent people, taking innocent lives, not just really American citizens. They're supposed to be out to get the foreigners, and they're attacking their own people, the American citizens, the taxpayers. This is absurd, and this is the country we live in.
To use deadly force.
We're basically just requesting a jury trial for my brother. We've been requesting that since day one.
Colton Carrico deserves his right to a fair jury trial. He deserves so much more.
But this cop's hiding behind qualified immunity, which is also being abolished around the whole country. So it's kind of hard for me to even get on board with qualified immunity. I don't think it's right.
Qualified immunity is a legal doctrine that shields police officers from civil liability unless they violate a constitutional right that has been clearly established by prior court rulings.
They have violated the constitutional rights by establishment court rulings. It's double standards, folks. It's double standards. They attack a certain community. They place us in a box or in categories, and they attack a certain community. Because if you go into another neighborhood or area, these things wouldn't take place. They see one color, it's called green. They place us in the box. That's what's going on. It's not we the people, our voice count, the majority rules. We speak for the people, we're for the people, they're for themselves. It's pretty evident.
Current law, it is not enough to show that an officer's actions were harmful or even unreasonable. To overcome qualified immunity, Coco must point to a prior case where nearly identical conduct was already deemed unconstitutional.
Her truck is flipped and something. So no!
This ridiculous burden allows the same conduct to happen repeatedly without accountability. When the courts dismiss a case on the grounds that a right was not clearly established, they avoid deciding whether the officer's actions were actually unconstitutional. This creates a legal gap, because if no court ever clearly rules that shooting an armed man in the back during a mental crisis violates the Constitution, future officers can continue engaging in similar conduct without ever facing liability.
Exactly. So if one do it and get away with it, they all can do it and get away with it. This is where we're at, people. And until we stick together and rise above the occasion, no change will take place. We have the power. We are the people. Our voice counts. It's our lives at stake, and that matters. So this is where we're at. One gets away, they all get away. So we have to set the example with one to make the statement.
In effect, the law is stalled, requiring a nearly identical case to make it further through the courts before a definitive ruling is made. The worst part about it all is that the courts have discretion to fix this by explicitly ruling on whether the conduct is unconstitutional, even if they grant the officer qualified immunity. But they are not required to do so, and almost always choose not to.
And that's the problem. They're not required to do so. The courts have the authority to determine and dictate whether it was unconstitutional. And that's what rules and reigns, the law at hand. So that's the problem, folks. They're not required to do so. That change in legislation has to take place. And how do we do those things active in our local neighborhoods and communities, in our counties and in our states? By voting. That's your power. By speaking out, by protesting. We've been doing this since the beginning of time, go all the way back to the civil rights movement. And we got plenty platforms now to get that done virtually in other ways than one. So that's the problem. No requirement. What do you see? Should that be mandatory? That people's lives are at stake? Is that not number one priority, to protect and serve? We go back to double standards, folks. It's a double standard.
Means a clearly unconstitutional act can be witnessed daily. while maintaining its, quote, not clearly established determination.
Fifth Circuit denied Colton's request for an oral argument, which means that my brother's attorneys, his new attorneys, were not even given the opportunity to present the case before the 3-judge panel in person. They basically, instead, they reviewed the written filings, and then they ultimately affirmed the district court's decision granting qualified immunity for Officer Bristow.
This would mark the second legal team to resign from the case. The only next step is the United States Supreme Court, but with no legal team behind them, filing a petition for certiorari would be difficult, especially as they only had a 90-day window from the appellate court's ruling to file. The Supreme Court accepts very few cases. On average, it hears around 2% of the cases that are brought before it. And to be heard, a case must have strong constitutional significance. To make matters worse, they may have to file pro se or without a lawyer, which is extremely difficult.
My whole viewpoints on the system have dramatically changed over the past 5 years. You know, like, they don't want to help. You're a criminal. Like, it's crazy how they think of us and the American people. Like, I was a Marine too. Like, I was in the Marine Corps. Like, come on. Like, that's why I'm asking the public for help, because we're just seeking some experienced legal.
He's putting it out there, man. We all we got. We all we got at this point. And this is a military soldier, a veteran who fought for this country. We're all we got. And so nothing changes, nothing changes. We have to point out these issues. We have to bring them to the forefront. It's a must. We have to expose the corruption in order to correct the change. That's what it's about, folks. As long as we sweep it under the rug, pretend it doesn't exist, nothing will change. And until it knocks on your door, it's not a problem. But guess what? It has no respect of persons, no discrimination, and one day it could be you. It's serious, folks. And these people are still fighting for justice up to the Supreme Court to this very day.
Representation that's willing to assist Colton, my brother, in pursuing his case before the U.S. Supreme Court. Or if there's no one out there that can assist, we're asking if anyone can support helping us raise the funds that we need to retain a qualified law firm that's capable of handling this final stage.
As the family runs out of time, the same department that shot Coco in the back continues to harass his father, Joey, for First Amendment protected speech.
What's going on, buddy? You okay?
Now, this is ridiculous with the father. He's fighting for justice, and they're mad about it. They're in their feelings because he's standing up to fight and protect his son. He's standing up to exercise his right. He's standing up for justice, equality, and honor of the law. And they're mad about it. This is absurd. They are mad about it in their feelings because he won't back down until he get due justice served.
Officer Garrison with Paris Police Department. Reached for the stop, but you pulled off and then got right back on behind me. I didn't know what the deal was and started flipping me off. I want to make sure you're okay.
I'm getting sober.
You what?
I don't have anything to say to you or you.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all's goddamn department shot my son in the back. Bristow, fuck you.
I didn't do it.
No, you didn't do it.
Okay.
You work for the corrupt department.
I've only been.
Folks, it doesn't matter if you did. You work for the corrupt department, as he stated. And that's the issue at hand. You're aware of it. You're informed about it. You know what his problem is. Everybody in town knows what happened. It's all on the news and the papers, online. It's the talk. And this man will not back down. He has a righteous anger, and he's justified to get results, to get this problem solved. As a result, his son can't walk for the rest of his life. They paralyzed him. They like to took his life. So they keep going around in circles. Every time they see each other, they're going through the same interaction. He steps to him every time. Every time. And there's nothing the folks can do about it.
Been here a year, sir, so I don't know what went on with your son or nothing like
He's
that.
driving that police car.
Oh, okay.
Every time I get a chance to flip that motherfucker off, he's getting thing.
Okay. Are you okay then?
What do you mean?
I don't need nothing.
Can I leave?
Yeah, you're free to go. I just want to make sure you weren't trying to chase me down for nothing.
Just leave. I don't want to talk to you. I ain't supposed to be around y'all. Last time I filmed y'all, I went to fucking jail. You ain't supposed to be within 1,000 feet of y'all. And you're right here by me.
I thought you were chasing me down.
I'm not chasing. I'm going to watch my son shooting a bow competition out here.
Okay, can I ask you one question? Why did you pull off and then fly?
Because I'm not supposed to be around y'all. You're the one that turned around 3 times trying to get my license plate number.
I didn't turn around.
I seen you 3 times.
I didn't turn around on you.
Yeah, you did.
It wasn't me.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
Because I flipped you off on Pine Bluff.
Yeah, you flipped me off on Pine Bluff.
All right, so you turned around.
I didn't turn around.
Well, there's 3 of y'all running around there.
Well, there's 5 of us in the city.
Okay, all right. Will you please leave?
Yeah, okay.
I don't need to talk to y'all. I hate y'all. I hate fucking Paris policemen. Now, if you work for Lamar County, I love you. If you work for the state, I love you.
Yeah.
But y'all motherfuckers are soft. The Chief Salter, he's not the man for the job.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, okay?
Mr. Kirko, hey, we don't know you from Adam, sir.
I don't know y'all either, man, and I hate to be this way. But this goddamn fucking Bristow shot my kid when he was suicidal. All right?
Hey, I understand. Hey, y'all feelings to the department, and, you know, it's well within your right to feel that way. But, hey, we're 2 different officers, 2 different people.
I know.
So we're gonna
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I put y'all on. All right? Okay. All right. Y'all have a good day.
All right, buddy.
I'm sure those officers have no idea who Joey and Coco are. If you think you can help as they bring a case,
I don't believe that. They know exactly who they are. Because it was the talk. But his son was mental. He was dealing with some emotional depression, issues. They don't care. They don't care, folks. They didn't take the time to make sure that man got help or treatment. And there was a reason he decided to step outside his own door in his own house and his own property in his yard with his own rifle. He was legalized. He's what is it called? When you have your rights to your firearm. I can't think of the word right now. But he's registered. That's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, they don't care about what state his mind was in. And he asked them to leave his premises and leave the property before he walked outside his door. He asked the police to leave. And they should have left. That would have nipped that in the ass right there. So this is where we're at, folks. They don't care. They don't care about your well-being. But you have the motto to protect and serve. It's a whole joke. It's a joke.
to the Supreme Court. Email me using my contact information below. In the same section, a GoFundMe can be found if you wish to help financially.
Y'all, we got to do better. Give me 1 second. We got to do better. To divide and conquer. We got to do better. Qualified immunity. Is it necessary? Or is it a burden? Is it protection? Or is it corruption? You decide. And until next time, I am School for Justice. Glad to have you here where we live, love, laugh, and conquer police brutality. Shout out to Lackluster. Shout out to Audit the Audit. My colleague students, thank you. Welcome my new subscribers. Glad to have you. Shout out to Georgia Tech, my colleagues. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate your support. And we will rise above the occasion. Let's learn the law. Let's learn our rights. Let's grow. Let's conquer and divide. And until next time, thank you for having me here at School for Justice. Let's speak truth to power. Salute. Sorry about the breakdown. Speak truth to power.
You know who made